Next tonight, millions of tons of desperately needed Ukrainian grain can finally be exported after a deal was brokered by the UN and Turkey. The grain and other agricultural products have been stuck in Black Sea ports following Russia's invasion. Well, the deal will see ships given safe passage from 3 Ukrainian ports. The UN Secretary-General called it a beacon of hope. Here's our global security editor, Rohit Katru.
The invasion hasn't stopped everything. In central Ukraine today, the crops are still growing, but now there's hope the produce from these flowing fields might get to the people who need them the most. The deal was signed in Turkey this afternoon. It is the biggest diplomatic success story since the invasion 5 months ago.
Today, there is a beacon on the Black Sea, a beacon of hope, a beacon of possibility, a beacon of relief in a world that needs it more than ever.
Ports were blockaded and the water was mined around the Black Sea. This deal opens the way to significant volumes of commercial food exports from 3 key Ukrainian ports. It enables Ukraine to export around 20 million tons of grain and other agricultural products. The UN and Russia are due to sign a memorandum of understanding guaranteeing that grain and fertilizer cannot be affected by sanctions.
Minister of Defense Sergei Shoigu.
For those hoping this means a peace agreement is around the corner, a reminder, both sides won't yet sit in the same room. It was only once the Russian minister had left the stage
Alexander Kubrakov
that his Ukrainian counterpart entered to sign another version of the same document. Far from the echoes of the artillery fire, this is Turkana in Kenya. Here last month, ITV News saw the human cost of the global food crisis. They too are victims of the Russian invasion. Here and elsewhere, including the UK, rising prices have been a consequence of the entrapment of Ukrainian grain. But there are still questions about how the deal will work.
How soon can it happen? How long does it need to take to clear the sea of mines to move this grain, 25 million tons of corn and wheat, through to the countries that need it the most?
Although Russia has agreed not to attack Ukrainian ships carrying grain, whether it sticks to that in the coming weeks will be seen as the real test of the potential for further diplomacy. Rohit Katru, ITV News.
Tens of thousands of Ukrainians have arrived in the UK since the war started. Many of those are in and around London. In Hemel Hempstead, newly settled refugees are helping each other through these difficult times. Tara Welsh went to find out how they're settling in.
We met Igor after his first week at a new school, in a new country, as he arrived home at his new house.
Look what we have got!
He and his mum, Katya, arrived in the UK after a difficult and long journey when they fled their home in Mariupol.
We haven't anything, and we didn't know where to go. We find the way, and after that, miracles happen.
They're now living with Julia in Hemel Hempstead.
They're amazing. I mean, Katya's incredible. What they've survived is also incredible.
They're one of several families that have settled in this part of Hertfordshire. Much of it is thanks to Irina. She already lived here, and when the war broke out, she knew she had to do something.
My body was here, my mind was always in Ukraine. I just tried to figure out what to do next, how to help, and I couldn't actually find out anything. I was really just lost.
She's helped secure visas for around 18 people and has used social networks to help them find homes. Her own house, which she shared with her daughter, is now home to 8 people and her sister's dog.
Really big family, I can say. Yeah, I always dream about big family, and now we have actually really big family. And now I sleep in bedroom with my mom and my dad, and I just feel like I'm again 10 years old.
There are support networks in the area, and they're trying to improve their English. But the trauma and sadness is still there. But 14-year-old Sophia has hope.
I'm still hoping I can back in Ukraine because it's my home. I really love it.
What seems difficult for everyone here is not knowing what will happen in their homeland. But for Katya, it's a relief to see her son has somewhere safe to play and grow for now. Tara Welsh, BBC London.